Welcome to Yoga for Musicians. I'm Lene, and I'm a professional horn player, a yoga teacher, and a coach. Today, it's the focus accuratezza. So we're gonna aim for focus from quite a physical approach, I would say. So we're gonna move a lot today to kind of just flush through the whole system, to clean it out, to create space. And then we're gonna do some balancing poses to really get into the focus. And in the end, we will also calm down. And I have a little challenge for you also in the end, but don't be afraid. There is always options for everyone. And I know that we have, as usual, people that are very new to yoga. We have also quite experienced one. So I will give options for everyone, and welcome to the last people as well. Make sure to turn off your microphone. And today you don't need anything special, but I think a blanket or a towel would be nice in some of the positions. Let's just dig into it. So sit down on your knees if possible. If this is not possible for you, then just sit on a chair, or maybe use a block or a towel, something to come a little bit more up if it hurts in your knees or if it feels strange in your hips. So just sit down, hands on your thighs or knees, depending on how long your arms are. And then just breathe. Maybe close your eyes. And I usually think of a scale when I try to lengthen my spine to create more space in the spine. So it's like I was pulling in the top of your head, maybe chin a little bit in. So find that long spine. And just notice your breath and notice how you feel. What do you bring into this that we soon will be cleaning out? So how was your morning, or how was your week? Just embrace it, whatever it felt like, whatever it was. Just be in it for a moment. We're soon going to be cleaning it out. And imagine that every inhale you now take in through the nose will inspire you. And then you exhale through the mouth or your nose, just cleanse and create space. So just keep going, inhale, exhale, and try to extend your next exhale. And then automatically extend your inhale. Softly open your eyes. And then a little movement. I use my hands to, when I exhale, around my back, let my hands go towards my knees. Then inhale, bring your hands back, lift your heart. Create that space again. Exhale, round your back. If you sometimes suffer from pain or feel tired in your lower back, maybe try to keep that more straight and then focus on the upper back and the neck instead. So just adjust it so it feels good in your body. And see if the next inhale, maybe you can roll your shoulders back a bit, lift your heart even more. Exhale, round. Feel like you're separating your shoulder blades. If you want to go deeper into it, maybe you can hold on your knees and really lean back. Keep going with the inhale through the nose. Exhale is optional on this one. So your spine is moving. You have started to clean out. And it's like leaning into yourself and listen inwards. Then a bit more movement. Take your right hand outside your left knee. And then on your next inhale, open up diagonally. Diagonal, maybe. And then close again. So it's like you're unfolding something, you're opening to the side rotation. And then you close it again and feel that connection on the back side of the body. And now you can make your choice. You can do either a pianissimo, do it a bit smaller, or you can go for the fortissimo. But today I think we will do both quality, but also quantity. So we're going to do this a lot of times. So make sure that it feels just like a flow. And use your breath. So your breath is leading the movement. So when you inhale, then you start to move. And there's no end, there's no beginning. It's just like a never-ending phrase. That sounded like a nightmare for a horn player. But yeah, molto legato. And then move back, other side. So bring left hand outside the right knee, and on your next inhale, just unfold, open, rotate, fold again. And you can think of something that happened that you really don't want to bring with you. So think of that, and that you're just kind of throwing it away, or just really let it just like clean it out. And sometimes, of course, you can find focus with just meditation or breathing exercise. But today we're gonna explore how it feels to move and use the body to get into the focus. It might be easier for some of you instead of just the stillness. So do this 2 more times. Find the ease. Just gently. You don't have to do it like 100%. Just with really quality. And last time. Fold, come to the middle and sit back. Just close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, long spine, relax your face, your jaw. Take a couple of breaths and set your intention for this session or workshop. We have started to clean out, to create some space, to land and ground into the body. And next movement, I'm going to turn just to show you. From here, without using your hands, lift up and sit down on one side without using your hands. So now you have to engage your core a little bit. When you're here at the side, put your hand down. Make sure that you have your bones or joints over each other. So you can just lean into it. Spread your hand out. And from here, inhale, just open to the side. Exhale, come back. One more time. Exhale, come back. And then we do the same thing again. So more to the front here, and then you unfold the same movement. Exhale, close. But with a little different touch. And all these rotations for your spine is just to squeeze out all that frustration, that tiredness, that's everything that you carry with you that you just want to clean out and create space for new experiences and to be more present. Last time. Close. Then again, without using your hands, engage your core muscles to lift yourself back up. Take one breath here. Other side, lift up, sit down. Place your hands, spread out your fingers, and lean gently into it and start your side stretch here. So really try to find that connection all the way on the left side. And then again with the rotation. So next inhale, unfold, open. And now it's kind of a gentle rotation as well, unless you really extend it. But we're going to do many variations of this. So just flow with me, and you don't need to do it 100%. We're going to do many. You're going to get a great effect. You're going to find your focus, I promise. And then one more time on this side. And again, move back up to seated. Take one breath. Notice how it feels in the body. Maybe you feel already a bit more grounded and have created some space. From here, come to all four. Spread out your fingers. Knees under your hips. Hands under your shoulders. Move your fingers towards your knees. So turn out and towards your knees. And here, if this is too much, then bring your knees closer. If you want more, you can sit back, you can lift off your thumb, your hand, maybe bend your elbows and breathe in and out through the nose. And if this feels very strange or something in some place of the hand or one hand, then you maybe need to give that more attention, more love. All these joints, they want to be moved in all kind of directions. On an exhale, move back, place your hands forward again. Push the mat away from you, so separate your shoulder blades. Then sit back, do a swipe. Inhale, cross your arms as close to the body as possible. Find the length, ribs away from your hips. Exhale, down. Come to all four, and then downward facing dog. If you haven't done downward facing dog before, just go from all four, tuck your toes in, lift off your knees, and try to find a long line from your hands and all the way up to your sit bones. You can bend your legs if you need, you can lift off your heels, or if you have more space on the backside, you can aim for heels down in the mat and maybe stretch your legs. If this is your first downward facing dog today, it's usually nice to take it for a little walk. So one leg at a time, stretch a little bit, just get the connection. Spread out your hands and see if you can push the mat away. So your shoulders move towards your ears, and then you can melt them, the shoulder blades back into the back, and try to broaden it to see how that feels. When you're breathing in and out through the nose, nice and gentle. Move your hands towards your feet. So take your hands for a little walk to forward fold. And from here, put your hands on your chin bones. Inhale and flat out your back. So straight back parallel to the floor. Here you need to use your core muscles. Exhale down to forward fold. Do it again. So engage your core muscles now. So really feel that you're pulling your navel towards the spine, and then you can lift the spine. Find a long, nice neck. Relax your face, your jaw. On your exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time, hands to your hips, and then engage your core muscles. Inhale all the way up with a straight back. Inhale, make a big circle, reach for the ceiling, maybe hands together, a little back bend, and then exhale all the way down to forward fold. Walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in downward facing dog. Walk with your feet towards your hands to a forward fold. You can bend your legs if you need. Let go of the floor if you need. So find your way of doing this position. It doesn't have to look a special way. You just have to feel that you're doing a forward fold and that it feels comfortable in your body. This time, hands to hips, straight away, and then inhale, flat back. And here, roll your shoulders back and try to lift the area between your shoulder blades. So you engage your upper back a little bit more and your core is with you. Next, exhale, forward fold. Hands to hips. Do it again. Engage your core. Inhale, flat back, engage your upper back. Try to push your upper back towards the ceiling. Relax your jaw, your face, breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Release your back. One big breath in through the nose and just sigh it out. Let go. Hands to hips. Inhale, engage, and then all the way up. Inhale, swipe or circle. Length, length, length. And land in your Tadasana mountain pose. Hip distance apart or feet together if you like. Some salutation. Inhale, the circle. Exhale to forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, up the flat back. Exhale, and jump or walk to a plank position. You can have your knees down if you want. So your variation of a plank position. Then sit back, do a swipe. And this time, fingertips in the mat behind you, roll your shoulders back, lift up your heart. If you can't reach back, then just sit up here. Do a little bit of dolce variation. Couple of breaths here to try to just open and melt the front side, like you want to create a big smile with your collarbones. And your breath is soft. In and out through your nose. Relax your face. On your next exhale, get back to all four, then downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift off your heels, bend your knees, and walk or jump to the front. Straight up the flat back on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Find the length. Exhale, land in Tadasana. That was the first kind of sun salutation. Maybe you can feel now that the warmth is coming from inside out. Let's keep just flow to cleanse the body. Inhale, circle. Exhale, dive down to forward fold. Inhale, tabletop and flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Jump or walk back to a plank position, your kind of plank position. Push the mat away from you, so you separate your shoulder blades. Sit back, do a swipe. Exhale, downward facing dog. And if you want to add like a handstand or something, if you are quite experienced, feel free to do whatever you want. Or if you want to rest in child's pose instead of downward facing dog, I will show it here. If you don't know child's pose, then you can go down here instead. So pick your choice. This is your moment. Next, inhale, lift off your heels, bend your knees. See if you want to take a little jump or just go for a walk. Inhale up to flat back, exhale, forward fold. This time, bend your knees and then roll up with a rounded back. Inhale, swipe, and just land down. Inhale, circle, length, exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to plank position. Take an extra breath here. Find your core muscles. See if you can push the mat away. And then either sit back and do like before, or if you want to do a more normal vinyasa, then lower down to the mat. Roll your shoulders back and open up in a cobra. And then we all meet in downward facing dog or child's pose. Pick your choice. Next inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, take a little jump or a walk. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up, hands in front of the heart. So as you notice, sometimes it's more like a flat back, it's more alignment, sometimes it's more flowy and rounded. So pick your choice. When you are in a yoga class or doing some kind of yoga flow, you can always choose what fits you better, depending on your lower back, on your shoulders, whatever. So pick your choice always. Inhale, circle. Exhale, dive down. Inhale up to flat back. Use your core, engage your upper back. Exhale, forward fold. Just let go. Back to plank position or on your knees. There's always a choice. And then just come to downward facing dog. Next, inhale, lift right foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back to plank pose, but bring your foot, your knee with you and try to put it between your hands or just grab it and help it all the way. From here, make sure that your feet are like on a rail track, then it's easier for the balance. Next, inhale, come up to a high lunge. And breathe, land down. Watch your front knee like it's in the same direction as your toes. A bit wider is more gentle for the shoulders. Lift up your heart, engage your core muscles. Feel the power in the legs, so push down to lift up. Then we're gonna just rest this arm down here, and we're going for that unfolding again. So just open up on your next inhale. And now we are adding more balance to it. Can you feel that? That means that you need to engage your core a little bit more. And the core is actually our energy center. It's really connected to the self-esteem. And I know that some of you wished for something extra if you happen to be a bit nervous before you're gonna play. So then when you engage your core muscles, you actually also build more self-esteem and more energy, more power. So fold and unfold one more time. So this is the last time, make it count. And yes, your legs are working. They're gonna be fine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to mat, back to downward facing dog. And then pick a choice. Either go to a normal vinyasa or maybe sit back and save your shoulders and wrists a little bit. If you want, like the cobra, and you're sitting up here, you can just use fingertips in the mats and lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back, and then we will all meet in downward facing dog. Other side, so left foot towards the ceiling, really stretch it out. Inhale to plank pose, bring your knee and foot with you. Place it in the mat and help it forward. Again, feet on the rail track. Inhale up to high lunge. Sink deep down. Use your feet to lift up. Engage your core. Make sure that your spine is long, long, long. You're lifting the heart. You want to create space here. Lift the ribs away from your hips. Relax your face. Breathe. And you can always take a shorter step or modify it somehow. So if you can stretch out your back leg even more, lift your heel higher. Then rest down on the knee with the same arm. Come to the fold, unfold again, diagonal. So now we are doing this nice rotation again on the inhale. Exhale, we're folding. Inhale, open. Feel the balance of the feet and really push them down. And yes, they are working, but they're going to be stronger. So open up. Make sure that your neck are relaxed, your jaw, your face just flow. And if you still carry something from this morning or this week, just bring it into this and just like inhale, throw it away. Exhale, throw it away. One more time. And then up to high lunge again. Just to get some power. Then exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog, and pick a choice. Flow through a vinyasa or that kind of optional vinyasa, or go to child's pose. There's always an option. You always have a choice. And then we all meet again in downward facing dog. Next inhale, lift your heels off, bend your knees, and this time you're going to land outside your hands. So I jump to Amalasana, or you can walk there. And of course, you can put something under, or you can be higher up. Elbows to knees, just a couple of breaths here. Then lift off your heels so you go up on your toes. How does that feel? Use your core muscles to stabilize. Relax your face, breathe. Come back down with your heels. Another rotation. Left hand goes down, right hand opens up. And come back. Other side. Inhale, open. Come back down. Left again. Open up right. This time, place your hand on the back of your head and see if you can like lean into your hand to open even more, a bit deeper. Press your knees out, even the knee that you are not in contact with. Keep breathing, relax your neck, your face. Lean in. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hand down. Other side. Right is down. Inhale, lift the left one. Place it on the back of your head and lean into it. Keep breathing. Push your knees out. Let your hips sink heavy down. And of course, you can do this rotation and leaning, standing up or sitting on a chair instead. So make sure you find some variation that works for you. Don't push your body into something it's not ready for. Big inhale, exhale, back to the middle, hands to heart, lift off your heels, and now rise up with your heels lifted. Oh yes, hello, thighs, all the way up to standing, heels down, and just shake it out, your legs. Nice work. Yeah. And as I always say, balancing is a quick way to get focused. So you can probably feel it when we add some balancing into it. It's really just like, whoa, you get so present in your body. It's really cool. Stand up, hip distance apart again. Lean over in your left foot, really ground it, activate your leg, activate your core, lift up, find the length, lift your heart, ribs in, chin in, length, length, length. So you're so long and stable on this side now. Then either toes in the mat or lift off your knee, roll your shoulders back, find that great position again. Keep breathing. Now we're going into a bit more advanced balancing. So you can, of course, hold on to something, a friend, a chair, or a wall, or just keep your toes down. But breathe and listen to your breath. Your breath will always tell you how you're doing. If you can't breathe, then you have to back off. Okay, so fly your leg a little bit back. See if you can touch the inside of the foot here. If not, it's fine. You can use a strap maybe next time you try this class. See if you can move your knee closer to the other knee, so the hips are parallel. Push the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. See if you can raise up. Maybe one hand forward. Maybe do some nice yoga pose or just peace or something else cool. Keep breathing. Maybe you can go deeper. And now a little bit of challenge. Let go of your foot, but try to still squeeze it in. Hello, backside and balance. Keep breathing. How are you doing? I try to look at you. Ooh, just keep breathing and try again. If you fall down, just come back up. Okay, and it's not over yet. Hands to heart, bring your knee back in, but then fly it back to a warrior 3. You can have your hands to heart or out. You can have them front or back. So pick a choice. In rotate your right thigh, so your hip is getting closer to the floor. And see if you can be parallel to the floor, or you can just have your toes in. Find your variation. And yes, it's sweaty now, I know. And then molto gracioso, land down your back foot, turn it into a warrior 2. And here, now this feels like a resting pose. So really ground down your feet. Again, that knee, same direction. Find your core, lift up your heart. And shoulder blades are just soft and nice. And really find the length in all directions. Energy down, energy up, energy out. A very boosting pose. Turn the front hand, drop it back to a sun warrior. Place the hand on your backside of the head again to really lean into it so you can feel that stretch and connection in your whole left side. Ground down both your feet. See what happens if you bend your back knee a little bit. Maybe that's more interesting, or maybe not, depending on how it feels in your body. Big inhale, next exhale, back to warrior 2. And this time to the ninja. So go here, or here, or here, or deeper. Maybe you wanna touch the floor. Maybe you can keep your heel down. So whatever feels interesting for you. And then switch it. Use your core muscles to switch it, or you can use your hands back here. Keep going from side to side. Feel that nice stretch on the inside. And if you can lift your hands off a little bit, you really feel that balancing, that core, the feet, the whole body is working. Next time you go back and then up to the same warrior two. Hands to mat, downward facing dog. And now again, downward facing dog, probably feel like a resting position. And it should be an active resting position. Just a couple of breaths here. And notice the heat in the body. Next inhale, lift off your heels, bend your knees, jump to the front of the mat or take you for a walk, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, let go. Pick a choice, rounded back or straight back, all the way back up to standing position. Reach for the ceiling, land down. Other side, lean over in your right foot. Build it up all the way. Find the stability, the strength, the length. And then toes in the mat or lift it off. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Just notice if you're holding your jaw, try to relax your jaw, your face. Keep breathing and notice that right foot that is really working with the balance. So try to push down to be able to lift up. And it's time. Come back with the foot. See if you can reach the inside of it. Or just do your variation. Knee close to the other knee. And then lean into it with the hand, with the foot. They're working together to be able to lift. Then you can open your hand, find the balance. Look at a still point in front of you. Don't look at the screen now, just look at a still point. Keep breathing, relax your face, listen to your breath. And then let go of your foot. Just try to hold the pose. It's so much harder. And you feel that backside working. Keep breathing. And move back. We're gonna fly a bit more. Yes, I also feel it in my right leg. It's gonna be fine, just gonna be stronger. So lean forward, foot goes back. Can also be here with the toes in the mat or parallel to the floor. Rotate, left thigh in. Imagine that I was putting a hand between your shoulder blades and told you to push towards that. Find your position for the hands. Keep breathing, long neck. Push right foot down to be able to lift more. It's soon over, you know that. Bend your right knee, land down. Inhale. Ah, I lounge. Let's fold again on this side. So then start again to unfold, rotate, and then fold. Lean into yourself. Let go. Inhale, inspire yourself. And feel the legs are working. If it's hard with the balance, try to take a broader step. Not a longer, but broader. And just flow. Try to find ease. See if you can use your core muscles. So you're not just like hanging into your knee. Keep breathing. I'm going to do this 2 more times. Open, rotate. And maybe a last time now you can extend it a bit more. Rotate it a bit more. Push down to lift up. And then fold. Inhale back up to high lunge. And warrior two. That feels like a release after that long sequence on the leg. Couple of breaths here. Really go for quality. Push down. Feel the connection. Maybe you want to feel like you're pushing the mat or pulling the mat towards with the feet towards each other to find the connection on the inside. Lift up. Turn the front hand. Lean back. Grab the back of your head. Elbow towards the ceiling to create some length there, and then lean back, navel towards the spine to protect the lower back, and go deeper down in the front leg. Push also the inside of the front foot, the outside of the back foot. So let every little part of your body help you to melt into this position. Relax your face, your jaw. Take a big inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Down in the mat. Downward facing dog. So inhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Lift your heels off, bend your legs, and walk or jump outside your hands, down to Malasana. Sit down. Take your right leg in front of you and left leg behind you. And depending on how your hips are built, you can have your feet closer to you. If you have more flexibility, you can have your feet more out like this. But for me, it's too much space here. You can also use then a blanket to put under somewhere where it feels nice. So it's like a deer pose, like you're sitting like a deer. And from here, inhale, find the length through the spine again. And see if you want to do maybe a small rotation to the right side. And then lean a little bit forward towards the knee. And again, unfold. Just open up, inhale, rotate, exhale, fold back. Inhale. And lean into yourself. And as you can feel that if you push a little bit back and stretch really long forward with your left hand, then you will feel probably more connection on the backside. So just be curious, experiment with it, see what feels good for you. Maybe it's interesting to try to just open up to the side one time. Maybe that's a total different feeling. Maybe that's nicer for you or more interesting for you. So either a big circle up and back or to the side. We're going to do one more. So pick your choice. Maybe you can combine them. There's always new ways of doing things. And then last time, fold. And now, without using your hands, you're going to go into a pigeon pose. So if you have a leg out here, maybe you want to put it a little bit closer. This leg is going back. It's going back. It's going back up on the toes. And try to move yourself over to a pigeon pose. You can lie down your foot if you want. And then just melt it down. And you can, of course, stay higher up as well. You can also use blankets, so use whatever you need. And I know that some of you want to stay here forever. You're not going to stay so long. So take a big inhale. Exhale. And get back up. And now, next challenge. This leg is going to the front. No hands, no hands. And get into that deer pose again without using your hands. And it might feel different on this side. Just find your variation where you want to be. And then first, rotate to the left. Big inhale, length through the spine. Exhale. And then left hand forward, right hand forward, stretch it. Inhale, unfold, so you rotate it. Exhale, round your back. So just keep going. And of course you can lean more into your left hand, or you can just stay more centered. Use your core, use your legs. There's always a choice, always a variation. And like we did on the other side, maybe you want to see if it's interesting on this side to open up to the side, palms facing up. And then close again. 2 more times, so pick your choice. Maybe you want to try it without holding that left hand. That's a lot of work for the legs. Last time. And then right leg is going back. Come to pigeon pose. And a couple of breaths down here. Take a couple of breaths there while I actually need to move my camera a little bit for the next exercise. So just melt down. And then come back up. Bring the back leg to the front somehow so you can have a look. A way to really get into focus is a headstand. And I know that some of you just, what? I can't do a headstand. If you have headstand in your practice, just go ahead. Then you don't need my instructions. So make sure you put something new into it with your legs, or maybe straight legs, and try to just use the core to get up or something. If you need instructions, follow me. First of all, if you just feel like headstand, no way, I have injury in my shoulders or neck or whatever, then your pose or your headstand would be lying like this, legs up on the wall. Then you just close your eyes and imagine yourself in that wonderful headstand. Then that's your pose. If you want to see if you can try maybe some of the first steps, just sit down like this, hands together, and then you will open them, put them on the back of your head. Okay, I'm gonna take out this. Here I do have a wall, so make sure if you're not feeling safe, make sure that you have a wall when you try this. So you can have a look now, and then you can try it later on. Hands on the back of your head, and now for the position. So pull your elbows in so they are in line with the shoulders, and see if you can pull them, push them towards the ceiling. So you feel that length, that engagement on the back here. And then if you're gonna have balance in a headstand, then what happens often is that we pop out. with the ribs. So try to keep the ribs in. So squeeze the ribs in and try to find that length. You need a lot of core. Relax your face. So this will be something like a headstand. It will feel something like this in the upper body. Then, next step is to just find that, oh, I don't even know if I can do this with the headset. I didn't think about that. I'm trying to move it a little bit. Okay, so you have to find that point. It's often a little bit more behind than you think. So what you're gonna do first, you're just gonna lift off like this. You place your hands. So it's like from all four, go down, hands together. And then you can just see, just feel your head. Don't put any weight on it. Just feel, where is that point where it would be maybe possible to stand? Okay, so sit back and have a look. What I'm doing next, look at my shoulders now. I push the mat away, and now my head is actually not in. So if I push this much, it's not even a headstand, it's just like an underarm stand. So I will do probably something in the middle, but it depends on your, how you're built. So what I do, I push away here, and then I lift off my knees. So have a look now. I go close as I get. I try to get my hips above my shoulders, and then you can just come down. So depending on the length on the backside, you will be able to go closer with your hips. And of course, if this doesn't feel good, then do something else, or the first position I showed. I'm going to show how you can go up. We never jump into a headstand. Don't do that. Then you're not ready. You need a lot of core muscles. So I build it up from all four. I go down, hands together. I'm trying to find the position. It's a bit hard with the headset. I push the mat away with my elbows. And then when I'm ready, engaging my core, I push up, I walk until I feel I can find some kind of balance here. And then feet in. Like a little egg. And then I have the wall here. It's hard to talk at the same time. Maybe one leg up. Maybe you can pull your ribs in and see if you can find the balance. And then see if you can go down with some kind of control and then land in child's pose. So see if you want to give it a shot. I know it's hard when I can't assist you, I can't be there. So if you feel that, I don't think I have control, then save this for later. Otherwise, give it a little try, at least a little bit upside down. If you are experienced and feel finished with your headstand by now, then you can, of course, do a pincha or some handstand instead. The thing is that when you do inversions like this, kind of more powerful inversions, it's so good for the energy, so good for the focus. That's what we're aiming for. And sometimes I do headstands just before a concert. But of course, then I have practiced it, so I doesn't feel too tired or whatever in the neck and the shoulders. So it's a practice. So of course, if you're gonna play a lot, then don't practice headstands and inversions for a long time if you're not used to it or very strong. So you have to be smart as a musician to adjust it to your days. I had a recording on Wednesday, and next thing is just far away. So that's why I can do more of these things now. Oh, okay, land down, child's pose, and breathe. Take a big breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Just let go. And then you can pick a choice, either lie down on your back for the Shavasana, or You can lie still in child's pose, or you can lie down on your belly or on the side. So just pick a choice that feels good for you. And now it's nothing more to do. We have been flowing, we have been balancing, doing powerful poses, and even maybe some of you tried that headstand. So just keep breathing. A couple more active breaths. Sigh it out through the mouth. Last one. And then leave the breathing to the breathing system. It will happen automatically. So you don't need to breathe any special way. See if you can be even more comfortable. If you can put some blanket somewhere or put socks on or whatever. If you feel that you need to do something to be more comfortable in your Shavasana, do that. And then just feel how the surface carries you. You don't need to hold on to anything. Notice how the body maybe feels warm. Now let all the systems absorb what you have been doing. Shavasana is the most important yoga pose, where you just close your eyes, let your brain rest. And where you can just be, don't need to do anything. And you always deserve a Shavasana. You're always worth it. At least 3 minutes every day. Do a Shavasana. Take a bigger breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Roll over, lying on your right side. Take a couple of breaths there. And set your intention for the rest of your day. Who do you want to be? What's your purpose today? Use your hands to push yourself back up to some kind of seated position. Just keep your eyes closed. And notice how it feels. Maybe you feel more grounded. Hopefully more gathered, more focused. And what we did today was a very physical approach to get in focus, and it was the deluxe version. But I have noticed that before concerts or rehearsals, that might be also scary sometimes, it's actually to do just some kind of balancing. Just pick one little thing from this, couple of minutes in the practice room or backstage. If you challenge the body with balancing, you will go from your brain, all your thoughts into your body, because you need to adjust that. You need to feel your core, you need to feel your breath, you need to relax. And then you just like, whoa, get so much more focused. But what we also did today, I put in things that you wished for when you do a booking. You can also write wishes. So powerful poses to really empower, and also to be a bit more tougher mentally. And all these warrior poses, when we expose the heart and the throat, that will boost your testosterone and make you more ready in a kind of, grounded, bring it on way. So you can pick out small parts of this session, or of course you can do all of it. I hope you can feel the effect, that it feels good in your body. And if you're going to practice after this, I'm sure it's going to feel amazing, no matter what instrument you play, because you've created much space, the blood is flowing. And for the people in the live, we will have time for questions after. Put your hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for doing this for yourself and your amazing body that can do amazing things. And all the power, all the focus, everything you need, it's already there. You just have to rip off the layers of stress and frustration and everything you just don't need to carry. Just like flow it out, unfold, throw it away, and then just create space for yourself. Namaste.